Boys. Featuring Fiona, apparently, for the intro song on that one. How are we feeling today? How are we all feeling today, guys? Getting all together again? Oh, Wooly. Wooly took a dynamic one. Whoa. So, Wooly is drinking from a giant pot right now. Not sure what is in that pot.
Lemonade.
Pot of lemonade? Fresh boiled? Did you make a little fresh pot of lemonade?
Yeah, I heat my lemonade when I make it.
How long does it take to, like, cold up? Like, so when did you boil that, and then what was the amount of time?
Well, I just, like, put all the lemons in, like, a little bit of water and, like, a lot of sugar and get it, like, a little hot.
Ooh. Earlier, I was, we're doing this pot, since we're doing this pot at night, I'm not going to lie, had some lemon drop martinis just before, if you guys want to know, like, before we were setting up for this, you know? I just said, yeah, let's a little millennial with it, and I'll just mix this up with some lemon drops. Jordan, how are you doing today?
I'm cooling, you know. I got my Miller right here.
Oh, of course. High Life?
Yeah, I got my Miller in my right. I got my Popeyes on my left.
Popeyes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. That crispiness. Hey, guys. All right. So I wanted to lay a character on you guys when I started this pod off. Okay. So I just need, like, I'm just gonna need both of your help for this. So, like, Wooly, I want you to, like, kind of take the wheel as, like, the director, maybe, like, kind of like the eyes up on this project. Jordan, I want you to be, like, the co-star on this one. Okay. So, like, what you do when I say go? Give me about, Jordan, I want you to give me about, like, 8 seconds, right? Just give me about 8 seconds. Let me drink my drink. Let me do my nonsense for a second. And then your line is going to be, hey, are you okay? And then that's going to be my cue to go, okay?
All right. And, like, co-star, what am I, T-Bone? What do you want?
All you have to say is, hey, dude, are you okay? That's all I need. That's your only line, literally. And then that's all I need from you. You're going to kick me. So give me about 8 seconds. Watch me, like, drink my drink and, like, do some weird stuff. And then, like, comedically time it, you know? All right. We're going to go on Wooly's go since Wooly's our director right now. All right?
All right, guys. 1,
all right.
2, 3, 4, and 5, 6.
Yo, you all right?
No. I'm Dick Hollis Cage, and I really gotta pee. And then scene. There we go. So what do you guys think? Dick Hollis.
Hold on.
That's the character, Dick Hollis Cage. He doesn't have a dick hole, so he can't pee. That's why I gave the head, the forehead a bit, just to kind of give it off when I get, you know. So what do you guys think? How can I use that? Can I use that character? Is that a viable character to use?
I feel like you get a lot of
what? For what?
Could we cast that character as anything at all?
It's just like you just throw that in as anywhere as a gag.
Yeah, just like a little gag. Or could we just run with that?
I like the Are You Okay thing. It reminds me of, remember Billy Madison with the part where the guy's just spraying that kid with the hose? And Adam Sandler walks up to him. He's like, are you okay? And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, like a little 8-second bit. You know what I mean?
You just throw it in there. It's just like, it doesn't matter what the context is.
Old Sandler. Can we talk about like old? Well, rather than talk about like
PBS had The Water Boy and Billy Madison on yesterday, and it was terrible because like they censor like shit and like just stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, because that's like really like that's like super like mainstream network, right? Like so they can't get away with saying anything probably.
It's annoying, man.
Yeah. So like the whole Sandler camp. Did you guys see? Well, I don't know if is Kevin James considered Sandler? Like, is he like in that camp, or is he like kind of on the outside looking in?
Kevin James is totally in there, and honestly, he has been nothing but trouble. Like, they had that one good movie where they're like gay firemen.
That's right. Oh yeah, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty solid movie. It had Nick Swartz in. It was funny. It was kind of like just nonstop gay jokes though for like 2 hours.
Yeah, 100%. It was just
like, it was fucking funny. It was like
two straight dudes trying to be gay. So like that was just the bit of the entire movie, basically.
Yeah, it was a solid movie, I think. But since then, bro, I haven't liked anything with Kevin James, especially the newest one, the newest Happy Madison production.
Ooh, let's dig deep into this one. There we go.
Did you catch it? I know I told you to watch it a few nights ago, just because it's so bad.
I did not catch it, unfortunately, but I will take your word for it that it is probably horrible.
It was, Kevin James as Sean Payton.
So I don't hate that Kevin James is Sean Payton whatsoever.
He wasn't bad. Netflix really skimped out on the child acting. I feel like they weren't very good. So
isn't it funny? They probably just were like, oh, we spent way too much money on Kevin James. So let's just find some kids on the streets and just like.
I feel like it's always just Adam Sandler's kids and everything.
It's just
it is though. Like his kids are in it, his wife's in it, Rob Schneider's in it. Like,
his wife's in a lot of his movies, though. Actually,
they actually had Rob Schneider as Sean Payton's ex-wife's new husband. Like, imagine that guy sitting down watching this movie. He's like, "Oh, fucking look like Rob Schneider."
That's fucking awesome.
That guy's probably what the fuck.
So
they made him like a hippie dude. And he was like they made like jokes where he's like, you want to go get vegan ice cream? It's almost as good as regular ice cream, like if you never had regular ice cream.
So they made him like Aaron Rodgers now, like basically.
Yeah, they made him like a total douche. Like he was the negative character of the movie. And that's a real person, it's Sean Payton's ex-wife's husband.
So what is the premise of the movie itself? Is it about like Bountygate, like when Sean Payton got in trouble for like basically.
The very beginning is that. The very beginning of the movie is that. And
okay.
Like, what the fuck? This is the weirdest premise for a goddamn like Kevin James movie I've ever seen. Like, fucking shot. Like it was a total Adam Sandler produced comedy.
Right.
All the way through. But it was Sean Payton. So it was just like, what the fuck is this?
So like he goes to like coach Pee Wee football team, basically.
His Pee Wee football team. He like is at practice one day and then he tells them to do this and they like get a touchdown. And then the coach is like, I need you, man. Like the coach of the team because he like sucks.
Oh my.
He's like the werewolf dude from those Twilight movies, I think. Remember seeing ads for that?
Yes, I do remember
that guy. That guy is their head coach in the beginning of the movie. Then Sean Payton's like, because Sean Payton really did this.
Yeah, no, 100%. Which is like, I'm surprised like this early, like, because that was such like a smear on his like career, you would say. Because when he came back, he immediately won a Super Bowl, and like a lot of that was like kind of like no one really talked.
People were like, he's coaching his son's team.
Yeah,
he's suspended, and he's just like, yeah. He's like, I'm appealing. But there's also like the whole time they make him out to be this like dad who's like never there for his kid. Like his kid the whole time is like, I don't even know you.
Oh, so it was like mad. It was like unnecessarily dramatic too.
Yeah, like the whole time the kid's like, I don't even know you. And he's like,
like, well,
There's also a major part of a plot where he's just complaining about a loud hot tub. And they keep going back to it. So and it's just like the dumbest bit I've ever seen in a movie. But like, you know, I mean, they're funny guys. They're funny guys, but you know, they make some flops sometimes. We all do.
It's a tough movie to like make because like Sean Payton himself doesn't seem like a
Yeah,
funny.
he probably was like, you can't say that. There's a point where the kid's like, did you do it? Like the bounties.
I got a question.
Yo, Jordan.
He's just like, I can't answer that. And then like walks out of the room. But it's Kevin James. But you know it's like supposed to be Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So it's just weird as fuck.
Jordan,
it was mad entertaining, but it was
Who the fuck is Sean Payton?
Sure. Sean Payton is the coach of was recently retired coach of the New Orleans Saints, and he got in trouble in the mid 2000s for basically giving incentives to his players for hurting all the players of star players on the other team. So he got in trouble.
Basically what he's known for. Like he won a Super Bowl. Of course, they like played him up to be this great guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did he like pay Netflix to do this? Was he like, hey Netflix, can you like make a movie that makes me not remembered as that douchebag? Like, make people remember me as the guy who like coached my kids' football team.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's like they try to like put him in like that maybe that from his perspective. He's like, okay, maybe this will make me look good or whatever. Because it's like I said before, he won a Super Bowl like the year he came back, you know, like from his suspension. So it's like that like kind of canceled it out for everything. Like people very rarely talk about that, you know?
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, of course, they were talking, like in the movie, they're like talking about his like onside kick.
Oh, yeah.
Like his kid asked him, he's like, what made you go for the onside kick? And he's like, sometimes you gotta take chances.
Yeah.
Do what they won't expect you to do. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just Kevin James. And it was just like, what? He wasn't terrible. It was really everyone around him.
Yo, I will say in like the mid 2000s, Kevin James was like kind of on top of the world. Like he had a really good stand-up special in like 2004. Sweating the Small Stuff, if you remember that. Always played on Comedy Central. King of Queens lead.
He had that romantic comedy. That probably made him so much. Hitch with Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, he did Hitch, which probably like really elevated him. Because Hitch was like, what, 2002, 2003?
I thought it sucked. Like, that was the worst Will Smith. But I'm sure it made a lot of money.
I'm pretty sure it flopped, but I think it was good for Kevin Smith, not great. Good for Kevin James, not
probably
great.
Bad for Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like a weird like up like kind of.
Kevin James is like, I'm in this movie, and Will Smith's like, fuck, I'm in this movie.
Yeah. He's like, I'm with my actor James Kevin or whatever the fuck this. Like didn't even know his name. But even on top of that, like, and right after that little run, he got the Paul Blart Mall Cop series. So it's like he really like settled in.
That was him?
Yeah, that's Kevin James, Paul Blart Mall.
The only thing I know about him, like, he was in that shit.
Oh, dude, and that's what's crazy about the younger generation. You got to go back and watch some King of Queens, Jordan, dude. You got to peep that.
I remember seeing it on the TV guide, but I never browsed.
Oh, it's Paul Blart Mall Cop, but instead of having a mustache and being Mall Cop, he's married to a very woman, and he's like a UPS driver, basically. That's the King of Queens, like summed up, essentially.
Yeah, are they married? I could never tell if they were fucking married in that show.
They were married. They just like never had like kids or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of, like that was like the couple. You know what I mean? Like every other sitcom at the moment, like it was the marriage with the children and you know like all that. Like they were the ones where it was like, no kids. We got Ben Stiller's dad is our dad, and like that's like our crazy like third character.
Yeah.
Which by the way,
I liked King of Queens. I hated
character Jerry Stiller was that in that. Like
he was great.
Killed every single time he came on. It was a boast of life. Like he made that show, honestly.
Yeah, that's the only real reason I watched it. I'd say.
Yeah, like when he just came into the room and just like did it every single time, and it's like funny because like I might go out on a limb here and rock the boat. I will say Jerry Stiller probably funnier than his son Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller wrote a lot of good movies.
Yeah, but like I say, like if
straight up like In the Flesh, I think.
Yeah, like, if you were just like, you know,
and dude on Seinfeld, bro, he was a riot.
Amazing. He was another show where he just dominated, you know, just being the great, like, crazy dad, you know, like.
It just made that show so much better to have all those characters. Like, so many people nailed their roles.
And, like, the best part about that is, like, you could be, like, you see the character George Costanza, like, and if you just imagine what his dad could be like, Jerry Stiller did that and more. And it was crazy, like, beyond, like, how anyone else could probably capture it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jordan,
for years before any of that shit, just stand up.
Yeah. Jordan, I see you smiling down there, just not knowing who the fuck we're talking about again.
Nah, y'all struck a memory for me.
Jared, have you ever seen King of Queens?
He says he's seen it on the TV Guide channel, essentially.
Yeah. No, I seen it on TV Guide, but fucking that was back in those days.
Where you were just watching the TV Guide channel. You're like, oh, King of Queens on a 3.
Remember doing that, bro? You would do it.
I do that shit all the time. TV Guide. Fuck
the
yeah.
TV Guide channel, remember when it would show, like, so it had, like, the TV Guide, but then it had, like, the mini quarter screen that was, like, right over the corner, and it would show, like, old reality TV at one point. Like, it was showing, like, the surreal life and whatnot. You know,
you did that shit to find out when your shows were going to be on back then. There was no real, like, I didn't really have, like, access to the computer like that. Like,
nah.
I was little back then.
Well, no one really did until recently. Is the TV Guide channel still a thing?
I doubt it.
But I feel like, so it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like along the lines of, like, you know, QVC and like HSN. I feel like that's something that, like, panders to, like, you know, like our grandparents. So it's like they probably would still use the TV Guide channel, you know, because they're just like, I don't know.
No, it's gone, bro.
It's totally gone? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there ain't no TV Guide channel no more.
Oh, okay. All right.
Every TV just has the guide now, you know? When you turn it on, it's like...
But you know how, like, most, like, grandparents are, like, you know, using a TV with that you're just like, grandma, like, you just got to hit guide, and they're just, like, looking at the remote, like, well, can you just do it? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm surprised they don't just still have the channel for, like, that small demographic. You know, just, like,
they can't, because TV Guide have commercials. People forget that.
Oh, so, yeah, they couldn't even afford that anymore if they can't get the viewing on.
The commercials were always in, like, a box on the top. Like, it was always commercials.
That's where you would see, like, the old reality. They start showing, like syndicating, like, reality TV shows from, like, the mid-2000s.
There was a lot of commercials for shows, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Cross-promotion like that. Like, it was like all the net shows you should watch, blah, blah, blah. And the guide would be on the bottom.
I remember seeing some, like, QVC shit on it sometimes.
Yeah, like random, like, home shopping network things, or like paid advertisement stuff like that, or paid programming, they would call it.
My grandmother used to love HSN. She used to do it all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, that was just always on in my house. QVC. That's why Wooly, for my Christmas episode for the Kieran Stewart show, he made the QVC sketch, and I was just like, yes, 1,000 times yes, because my mom was, like, addicted to QVC.
That's a classic.
Oh, that came right from the heart, man.
Yeah. I feel like we're the generation where, like, our moms and grandparents are, like, addicted to QVC, but, like, I feel like these younger kids, like, their moms just, like, started using Amazon, like, eventually. So, you know what I mean? So they're not going to understand, like, your HSN, like, what it's like, you know, your mom buying a blow dryer for 5 easy payments at $19.95, and it's just, like, coming in this big QVC box everywhere. And then you don't even
know the half of it with my house, man.
Dude, I remember
my aunt would order us dinner off QVC. We would get fucking big ass boxes full of dry ice.
Oh yeah, we've got from QVC before. We've gotten those. We've definitely got
shit. That's how you
Like pot stickers, bro.
Isn't it funny? Like,
Remember when I made that sketch? When we did the sketch, it was like, no, I don't want the pot stickers.
yes, the infamous.
That's where that came from, because that was around that time.
Do you remember the outtake where you're doing it and Jordan's grandma comes downstairs like yelling at him? Because you're just yelling. She like wasn't gross at all, and then all of a sudden she just hears you yelling.
Yeah, he came in, he's like, wasn't he like, what is going on? Or who was it?
She thought you were having a genuine conversation with like a listener. Like I think she was like upset, and I think she was like trying to diffuse like you like flipping out about possibilities. Like,
I called him like a grease head something.
yeah.
I
No,
realized like 5 years later that's like a
greasy motherfucker was your
recent.
yeah. Circling back to QVC, do you just remember just like always having like the QVC boxes like around? Like you always find like an empty QVC box in your house?
Oh, yeah.
No, they would just
There's just tons of Chewy boxes in my house.
Well, back in the day, yes. Now I understand the Chewy box. Everyone just gets the Chewy boxes now. Chewy. Let's talk about Chewy. Everybody's
it's a great low price dog food, cat food.
good for dogs. So it just like you can get anything off Chewy, honestly. Like
People are gonna be like, are they getting paid by Chewy?
no. Although if they do, I'm not stopping them. But
Yeah, they can totally.
like, no, keep your money. But yeah, no, for sure.
That's just dope. Yeah.
Let's
I got beef with Chewy.
What'd you say?
I got beef with Chewy.
What's your beef with
Chewy?
The fucking packages, man. Like on the other end of shit, like you get your Chewy box and it's nice and all, but fucking putting that shit in the fucking truck, bro, that shit is heavy as a bitch.
Oh yeah, they do that. Yeah, it is pretty heavy sometimes. The boxes. You have a small dog, right?
I have Jordan has
you know how many cats?
I got a lab.
The cat food bags, bro, they fucking like put 2 in a box. And it's 2 fucking like 50-pound bags of cat litter. You're just like one person carrying it in, it sucks.
We should make a Chewy commercial where it's just like an old lady like going to like pick up her delivery and she just breaks her back and like falls over. And then we just go Chewy right over and then just
Bro. Sorry, I can't stay sitting too long, you know.
Nah, it's all good. I understand that. It's weird. We're potting at night right now, so like everything goes right now. Like this is different for us, you know. We've yet to.
Was not that comfy.
We've yet to do that in our 6 previous podcasts, as you know. Oh yeah. I'm just like a little lull right now, and I'm just like how we're gonna take this off. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I feel like lull. Like sometimes we like think of the lulls and like lulls are bad, but like in the pod world, like that really means we're just juicing something up. You know what I mean? Like our brains are just like wishing, like throwing some shit out there. You know what I mean?
Are we talking about the lulls?
Yeah, we're talking about the lull right now. It's just a little one, but it's okay. We're gonna break through it. It's fine. You know what I mean? Wooly boiled up hot lemonade. Like this podcast is gonna be amazing.
Yo, if I make this fucking shot, the Bengals are gonna win the Super Bowl. What number's Burrow again?
9.
9. Oh, let's see if I can.
Let's see what he's got right here.
Is it?
You're gonna 9. You're gonna dart this on 9.
Yeah.
Did you?
Well.
Did you just throw it right past it? Because I didn't even see it.
Yeah, let's call that one a mulligan.
I guess we can mulligan that one. Yeah. All right. You're gonna go again. Let's hit this. Are we at 9? Are we at 9, boys?
It's on there.
Bengals are going to the Super Bowl, baby. Or winning the Super Bowl, I will say.
Fuck yeah.
We don't
I'm
know.
rooting for you guys. I mean, I never had an AFC team. You know, as an Eagles fan, we're very like fuck everybody, you know.
Yeah.
But you being a Bengals fan, man, it's like, yeah, let's go.
Well, it's like
For the Bengals.
when the Eagles were in the bowl, I felt the same way because let's be frank, the Bengals never make it far at all. Like this is insane. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever the
Everybody wants them. I mean, who really wants fucking? I mean, Matt Stafford, I feel like deserves it a little bit for dealing with the Lions for so many years, and he was pretty good.
He was the first overall pick. What Joe Burrow is the Bengals is what Matt Stafford was like supposed to do for the Lions.
Like it's a career-defining game for him and for damn, I can't remember the lineman guy's name. D something. I was gonna say Dunlap, but that's not him. It's
Donald, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, yes.
Yeah.
It's a career-defining game for them. So it's like
Yeah.
they gotta go out there, go hard. And
OBJ too.
It's gonna be crazy.
I totally forgot Stafford was on the Rams still.
No, he
was never on the. This is his first year on the Rams.
He got traded to the Rams.
Really?
He was on the Lions for a long time.
No,
Didn't they get Jared Goff for him?
Now he's on the fucking Rams.
Yes, they did get Jared Goff for him. And
they didn't win until like week 15 or like week 14.
Yeah, but they got Jared Goff and a couple first round picks. So it was like, all right, it did kind of work out. Like, yeah, you like Goff or Stafford straight up isn't that great, but the few first rounders are like, all right, that makes a few sense. But
yeah, you gotta do it. They sold out. So the Rams sold out too, and like, you know, like general management wise, they like sold out on this year. Like they got a lot of 1-year contracts going right now.
Yeah. But I think that's just like their philosophy. You know, they're just like, they're not big on draft picks. They're like, we'll just sign a bunch of guys short term and just make the team that way. You know, like, yeah. I mean,
the Lions, they wouldn't even win a game a whole season.
They won 2 games, I think, this year.
They won 2.
They won a game. I remember watching them win 1 at the very least.
They won 2. They won 2 this year. They almost won on Thanksgiving, but they lost to the Bears, and everyone's rooting for them because they're like, "Oh,
they only won 2 games."
What'd you say?
They only won 2 games this season.
Yeah,
they weren't very good though.
Bro, every season they fucking suck. It's crazy.
They're a tough franchise. They're a really tough franchise.
I'm from Michigan, and that's just terrible, man.
Do you have Lions fans in your family?
Of course I do.
Oh yeah, so they're just like miserable. They're just like, oh god. Like
I remember watching the Lions games on Thanksgiving. Like, damn.
The whole auto industry is just like everything just tanks there in Detroit. Honestly,
it's gonna be Snoop Dogg for the Super Bowl. That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be Ray, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. It's gonna be every boomer white guy over 60s nightmare, basically.
Yeah, it's gonna make no sense. Yeah, for a lot of people, they're gonna be like, what the fuck?
But I think
they always wanted to be like fucking like a really weird, not working mix of like some rock star and some other guy.
Yeah, but I think I think they did a good job. Like, I think this show is going to be pretty good, like, to be quite honest. And I think Dr. Dre himself is putting out money for it, like, on top of Pepsi, too. So, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be that bad of a show. It can't be. But
like, I remember they've done a lot of weird stuff. They're going to have, like, some random surprise guest that makes no sense. It's going to be, like, Iggy Pop comes out, like, no shirt. But he's, like, 80 now. Didn't they do that 1 year already? I'm pretty sure they did.
Dr. Dre is going to be like, hey, yo, here's Forget About Dre, but right after that, we got Iggy Pop.
Like someone really random's gonna come out. It's like Zach Galifianakis or something. Yeah.
Doing his comedy album, like those like piano songs I did like off his first performance.
Yeah, it's gonna make no sense. I have a feeling like either that or like it's gonna be weird.
Well, the Bengals, so it's already strange. You know, like this already is crazy. Like for me,
I feel like they would have done some gay shit, like put Machine Gun Kelly in for the fucking halftime show.
Machine Gun Kelly. Oh man, like that's probably gonna happen in like 2 years, to be quite honest. Like,
bro, fuck that, man. That was
he's
the
gonna
fucking cringiest thing I feel like to see him do a halftime show.
It's gonna be him and Travis Barker. It's gonna be like, whoa.
And Elton John or someone. They'll go back to their original format.
Yeah,
rock.
It's gonna be Bruce Springsteen and Machine Gun Kelly. Hey. Oh man. But yeah, Wooly, you coming for the Super Bowl party, by the way?
I believe, yeah.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be dope.
As long as nothing else happens. I remember last week it was like a nor'easter, man. Couldn't come up for that championship game.
Well, yeah, that was understandable. I'm glad you're coming up for the actual Super Bowl, so it's like it's going to be like more of an event, like because the AFC Championship, like I've really invited like a handful of people because that one it's like, oh, I don't know, like this could be like this is a big game, but it's like I want them to get to the Super Bowl, so I'm glad they actually pulled through, made it. I can have a whole event here, have a bunch of people in. I'm thinking of doing like a little 2-screen action, bro. So I'm gonna have like the main screen in here in the living room right next to me, but then in the kitchen I'm thinking of setting up the computer and like so when people go to get snacks and stuff like that, like the screen's still going on, so no one can like miss anything. Or because I'm gonna have a few people over here. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like I'm gonna have like a spread around, and then I'm gonna have some people in the kitchen too, just so like people have some room. Like it's not like too packed in here.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Jordan,
you got telling you gotta like tape an iPad to the fucking like in the bathroom.
if, just with duct tape, just so people are taking this.
They're like, yeah.
Something happened where like
they're just celebrating, but they forget they're still peeing. It's like going everywhere.
Or even funnier, something like happens, everyone's like screaming, somebody comes from the bathroom and like they're like, what happened? We're like, what do you mean there's an iPad there so you can take a piss? And the guy's just like, I wasn't taking a piss. He's like, you're not gonna want to go in there actually for like 10 minutes probably.
What's your plans for food for the Super Bowl?
Oh, we got the spread going. So we're going to have wings. We're going to have pretzels. We're going to have those little pigs in a blanket because you got to have those little piggies in a blanket. You know what I mean? Like those
piggies.
Yeah, you got to get those pigs in the blanket. We're going to do some spinach dip. We're going to do buffalo chicken dip. We're going to have so much food over here. It's going to be a big spread. We're going to have beer. We're going to have booze. We're going to have sodas. We're going to have waters because you got to have waters and hydrate. Keep it all through. It's going to be an event, Jordan. You're going to want to find your way up here.
I could be security.
You should pop up.
Bro, you get like a boat ride up to Jersey. Some guys
I would if I could.
Yeah. No, it's tough right now. It's tough. I get it. It's like if I knew in advance that they even more in advance that they were gonna go to the Super Bowl, I would have invited you even more so we can plan it better. But it's just it's one of those things that's so last minute. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You know.
I would have made it happen.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll just appear by the snap of your fingers or some shit. I'll just teleport from Florida.
I set up my stand that I have here now, and I just like set up my phone on Skype, and you're just like here, like right in the corner. I'm just introducing you. I'm walking.
I always liked how like Star Trek always did that.
Yeah.
And then like scientists for like years after were just like, we're never gonna be able to do that. Like that does not make any sense. Like there's no way. Like at all.
They're just
do that. And it's just funny because like people say that show's like good with its like scientific accuracy. And it's like, no.
Fuck, man.
That's so funny. Isn't that like? It's like when
Yeah.
it's like when
I
people.
remember we were talking about William Shatner doing Rockeman the other day.
Oh wow!
That shit was legendary. Like if anyone watching this has never seen that, just watch that.
So
It's like probably one of the best surrealist like humor things I've ever seen.
But it was just such a good performance too. On top of that, like it was just. It's like this is funny, but this is really good. You know,
like he just was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a spoken word version of your song." Like
it was spoken at some rhythm. You know what I mean? It was just in rhythm. It was in sync. It was all fine. So, but like people might not know William Shatner's original version, but people probably know the Family Guy bit where Stewie did it. Like
yeah, Stewie does that same Rockeman bit.
But
like I saw that first too as a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember probably like 10 years ago, I looked it up to like watch it again, and then I see William Shatner actually did it first.
Yeah, and you're just like,
I'm like, this was a real thing, and now it all makes sense why Stewie was like, I know what it takes to be cool.
There was a Guy episode where William Shatner was just in the episode and he became friends with Peter. Dude, old Family Guy. Can we talk about old Family Guy for a second? Like the first like 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons you can talk about. Like the first
I'd
couple.
say up to season 6, I liked it.
Yeah, it was the first couple seasons after they rebooted was still pretty good, I would say. Yeah, but it's like old Family Guy. It had this authenticity to it that like now like after like season 7 I feel like
Seth it's like aesthetic, that like gripping, the feeling like this is Family Guy, like this is the type of humor, like this is the way it's presented, like the charm of the show.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of the old Family Guy because I'm sure you guys know I had strict parents.
Oh yeah,
so strict.
Bro, I watched that shit when I was 3 years old in 1999.
100%.
4 years old.
I had pretty strict parents too, but for whatever reason, my parents just let me watch Family Guy. Like that was just.
It was just a cartoon show.
Oh yeah,
Family Guy.
Yeah.
My grandma would let me watch it, and then my parents were like, "Wait, what is this?" My grandma was like, "Oh, I never paid attention."
George,
let me watch it.
And just watch like the first couple seasons of Family Guy, and you'll be like, "Wow, I understand why it like made a run for like this long."
It was fantastic. It had so many cultural references that were good, but a lot of it has to do with also like they don't have those great like sources of inspiration anymore. Like there hasn't been that much good like media, like really iconic films and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like I also think they kind of are going like the South Park route too, where it's like they're trying to be more canon, like they're trying to give like character arcs and whatnot. To, like,
because they've been criticized over the years, and they're trying to respond to that, and it's like, no, just make fucking Family Guy.
Mm-hmm. Because like obviously whatever you're doing was working, you know.
I've never been a huge American Dad fan. And I feel like, but at the same time, I feel like American Dad executes what Family Guy is trying to do right now. But the problem is, like, Family Guy shouldn't be trying to do what American Dad does.
So it was weird. Like, when
back in its lane.
When American Dad first came out, that's when Family Guy was on, like, that first reboot run where, like we said, like...
Very good. American Dad sucked dick back then.
So
I like American Dad.
Guy started to suck, and then American Dad started to get good. So I wonder if a lot of the time, like, I wonder if like something switched like in the staffs or whatever, where like all the good writers, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna send you to American Dad, and then like Family Guy just is like, yeah, this kind of is like keeping its course, and like we're kind of on like a Simpsons route where it's like the network can't even get rid of us, so it's like we'll just whoever over here, you know, because like
everyone you talk to, it's like Family Guy used to be this amazing show. And it was great.
yeah. I would say the first, like I said, the first 6
And
seasons.
Cleveland show was a disaster. Remember we were hyped about that as kids? We used to sing the songs like 5 fucking whole years before they ever dropped the show.
So, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they?
They like put out a little thing of him singing the theme song like 5 fucking years before they even made Cleveland show.
Didn't they get rid of, and I know you're going to hate this, Wooly especially, didn't they get rid of King of the Hill for Cleveland show? Like Fox, the network, and then
I think that was what it was, and I was just like, wow, because King of the Hill was still good. King of the Hill has been going well. King of the Hill's always been a great show.
I would not be surprised if Mike Judge leans towards a King of the Hill comeback, because he did it with Beavis and Butthead a few years ago. And honestly, like, Hank Hill memes are like over the internet. You know what I mean? Like,
it's such a funny show, and it was like, it's still really relevant to a lot of stuff. I think they might be bringing back King of the Hill. There's been a lot of talk about it.
I heard about it at work that they are.
Yeah.
Finally, some Jordan's on the ball with
You know,
it.
I follow that. I think I sent you like a link one time. It was like rumors spread King of the Hill like getting.
Yeah, the original cast and everything.
That's all. They should bring that back. 100% King of the Hill should be brought back.
I hope it's real.
I hope it's real too, honestly. Like, King of the Hill. Remember the old school like suit? Remember like the Sundays you just like, I don't know if Jordan like gets, because like you said, you had strict parents growing up, Jordan, but like you watched The Simpsons, Family Guy, King of the Hill. I think that's when American Dad even started too. They had like the animation domination. You were just watching like 2 hours of adult cartoons every Sunday night, and it was fucking great.
I was never allowed to watch South Park, so I was just stuck with like all like Family Guy and stuff.
I couldn't even see Ed, and Eddie.
Wow, you were locked down, Jordan. Your parents.
It was.
Well, Adult Swim was always crazy, and back then it was really crazy.
Can we say the adult?
But, like, parents worried that you keep watching it, I guess.
Yeah, probably. Remember Home?
Team Hunger Force shit though. That shit was cool.
I remember like taping Family Guy at night back because that was the thing when we were young, taping shit.
Yeah, you'd hit
that VCR.
And then your DVR would like fucking like be loaded up, so you're like, fuck, I gotta delete some of these Family Guy episodes, and you're just like, which one?
Well, I would record it because like as a kid I had a bedtime, so I was like forced to go to bed before they played Family Guy, so I'd record all night. And I remember as a kid I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I'll just keep watching whatever the fuck was on last night. And it would be like crazy, like anime shit, like people like chopping people's heads off. And
yeah,
stuff.
like the gory ones, shit like
yeah,
that.
like Adult Swim. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're like, I just wanted to watch like Family Guy and like home movies and whatnot. Like,
and suddenly it's like some Asian dudes like on a train, like, because it's like some Japanese animation.
Dude, I remember the old adults. I remember the old Adult Swim, like the. You know how now it's, or even I haven't watched Adult Swim in a while because like I haven't watched like network TV really in a while besides watching football. But so Adult Swim had like they like talk to you like with like those cue card things like with the music playing in the background, like it says like some stupid joke or whatever. But remember back then it was just like literally footage of a pool and people swimming, and it just said Adult Swim, and then boom, play classic Adult Swim, you know?
They used to be a lot more, I guess kitsch would be the word, kitschy. You know what that word is in like art, you know?
Niche, like itchy. Like, yeah.
They
Yeah.
used to be a little, now they're like a little full of themselves. They're a little like, they put like a waterfall and some like stupid, like lame shit.
Well, I think it's like a weird thing because like they're not really their own network, but like
They used to be more about the people. I think now they're just like, oh, we gotta like make it all like trippy, burner.
Yeah, because they're just like we're alternative comedy. That's
Yeah,
what
it's like they're getting a little like, you know, I don't care for that. I think the pool, the kind of stuff they used to just put was just hilarious.
Yeah, it was like, but like even back then,
They
it
would
was like
say like really weird shit and like quote like some guy. It would just say like some guy.
it just was it was perfectly catered to people who were 19 years old and smoked a lot of weed like that. Like
I think they want it now to be like kids that are like microdosing acid.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're trying to like push the boundaries.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Cool.
I got a random take for y'all. Like, this is just like it hit me right now.
All right, are you gonna rock our world?
I feel like I'm about to.
All right, hit us.
I feel like Golden Corral is like the modern day Waffle House.
But Waffle House still exists.
Yeah.
But like Golden Corral is like a melting pot of like the shittiest, scummiest people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying though, and it's gotten worse over the years. And when Waffle House first started, it wasn't bad.
Why did this
somebody get in the head with a fucking table at Golden Corral?
This happens to restaurants, man. Look at Quiznos, bro. When's the last time you seen a fucking Quiznos?
I think they're only like really.
There's like 100 left.
Holy fuck.
There's like 100 left in the country that are still like trying to keep it going. They're like, yeah, it's Quiznos.
You remember when Sonic first opened up? And
yeah, like 2 opened up, and then we were just like, yeah, these fucking suck. And like South Jersey hated Sonic.
Yeah,
like you can't put a Sonic in South Jersey. People are like driving in, like, what the fuck? I gotta get in this thing. This fucking lady's on roller skates and shit.
It did not take over well.
We hated it.
The last
time both closed down. Like there's 2 like Sonic like just. Well, now one's a Dunkin' Donuts. The other one's a Chipotle now. I think what they put there.
Yeah,
Chipotle and a dentist.
It's like a little shopping center now. Like not like a little corporate building, I guess, or a commercial size building, I assume it's
I'm pretty sure it's just the Chipotle and a dentist though. I think it's just 2 things.
Yeah.
Sonic had a short run in fucking New Jersey.
People weren't ready for it, man. But yet again, let's be honest, it was horrible. Like whenever people were like,
bro, it sucked. Remember we walked there and Dad came and picked us up?
Yeah, of course.
We got like chili cheese tots.
We probably just felt sick to our stomach. We're like, we can't walk back.
Why did we walk all the way here for chili cheese tots? Or no, didn't we have bikes? I think we biked there.
I think we did too.
And then we like put the bikes in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
We were like, we're not biking back after eating that like chili cheese. Like I think we were like, wait, there's a fast food place with hot dogs?
Yeah. Well, no, we watched like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, and I think we just always were like, yo, we're gonna go to White Castle, but like walk there one day. And it was just impossible. It would have never happened. Like we were always like, yeah, we could just like cut through the Parkway Trail and just like probably make it to Tom's River one day. Like walk.
The other time we got stuck in Greenbrier for like 5 hours.
Yeah, because we actually that was our first.
We didn't realize it was gated on all sides with 2 entrances. And it's an old people development. Remember, we thought that it was like the nicest neighborhood. We were like, this place is fucking amazing. There's no trash anywhere. we're like,
it's so clean. We're like, this is
like every lawn is like cut, and like there's no like, you know, like foreclosed houses or anything at all.
I think we saw like a golf course. We're like, this town even has a golf course. It's so nuts. What?
We thought we were like getting close to White Castle too, but we were like right in Waretown.
Yeah. We even asked, we're like, oh, we have to be in like, like Bayville or something. Like, why don't we ask like one of these guys? We're like, hey, sir, what town we're in? And they were like,
Waretown.
Waretown. like mad
That's
confused.
terrible.
What fucking town you're in? Like, what?
We didn't even know what the fuck like Waretown was, because no one would go there for much.
I know. So
Back
like,
then, that ShopRite wasn't even there, so like no one ever went there.
and here we are, still never made it to White Castle.
Well, I've driven there now, but
There is like only one White Castle in Orlando.
really?
Yeah. Don't you remember seeing it on social media? There's like
It's not that good, like White Castle.
I just get it at the fucking grocery store. Fuck all that. I really want White Castle.
You just got those mini Frozenbergs.
Yeah, I just get the
They
frozen
taste
ones.
the
I pop
same
in
from
the air fryer. It takes just
There's
a
I'm wrong. There's a few White Castles in this state, in Jersey, that are actually still good, and it's weird. You'll go to ones that aren't good.
They have a variety of certain ones.
Some of them I feel like aren't doing their shit right, and some of them I think are.
When I was doing Budget Boys a lot, because the studio was like right by the Tonsor White Castle, we would just munch White Castle after all of our studio sessions all the time. It was just like, that was a Budget Boy thing for sure.
Those little burgers, you just pop them suckers in. Like you have like fucking 20.
That's such a Budget Boys meal too. Like, we're just like, oh hell yeah, like honestly.
I like it. The one by us though in Lacey is just like slacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Barney and detail.
Thing.
Like there's something about it that's like it's not good, but the restaurant itself is, but it's like it's this place.
Isn't it? So it's funny. The Barney at Burger King like made me like think all Burger King is horrible. But
We all thought that. And then we went to one in Manahawkin.
The Burger King by me in Denville, pretty fucking good. I'm like, this is actually one of the best food places around here.
They're good because they're friends.
No,
That's the problem. It's all whoever owns it, they run it however they run it.
The guy was actually nice to me too. Not used to that, especially at the Barney at Burger King. Like,
remember we were shooting a music video for like something, and we were like trying to get this. We told this kid he was gonna be like in the video. I think he thought we were like really successful.
We were shooting a Budget Boys music video in there. That was BFFE for the.
Yeah,
I used to work there.
Those shots. I don't think we got those shots.
We got the shots. We just didn't get the shots with the kid in it.
I feel like I know.
So we went in there. We were like, yo, we're making like a video. You could be like in it. And we were like, and then we just didn't do that. And so like the whole like contingency.
Yeah.
Because the kid was like, nah, you can't be like doing that. Like let me be in it. And we like agreed he would be in it, but then you just didn't.
Which was really funny too, because remember we went to Foot Locker or something, or
Foot Locker was funny. I remember going to the hat store.
Lids. So we went to the Foot Locker, and I asked the guy at the Foot Locker, I'm like, hey, can I like shoot this video? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, yeah, just don't get me in it. And I was like, I don't want you to be in it, man. Like, don't worry. Like, he was just like, oh, okay, then fine. Yeah, just shoot the video. Like, he didn't, like, he was like, I was like, I don't need you to be in it. Like, he was so quick to be like, don't. But the Burger King guy was like, please, just let me be in this music video. I won't let.
Like some like 17-year-old kid. He was like, yo, this is like a video. Like, let me be in this video. Like, the kid was like thinking, I think that we were like actually shooting like an MTV like music video. He got like all hyped up. I remember.
But that's probably like, I wonder why these guys like shooting this professional music video are using like a GoPro camera right now.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Yeah.
None of it.
Oh man, those days, such good.
Some things just make no sense, man. Like fucking Rudy Giuliani on The Masked Singer.
Yeah, so what's up with that? Didn't like people walk off because of that? Like,
Did you hear about that, Jordan?
Who's Giuliani?
Oh.
Rudy Giuliani, the old mayor of New York.
I live in Orlando.
But it's all continue, Wooly.
Oh, I don't really know much about it. All they said was these two people walked off. That was the whole news article. Nothing else has come out about it, really. It was just like he was the singer, then like two of the judges walked off in production. So there's no footage. I wonder if they're gonna put it on air. And I kind of hope they do. I want to see this. That's the controversy. Like, are they gonna air this episode of the judges walking off?
So
and getting replaced.
He got walked off on.
Yeah, the judge. So Rudy, no one really likes Giuliani. Especially like people like Ken Jeong and what's his name? What's his name? Dude from Community.
Donald Glover.
No, the white dude, the main dude.
The dude from Soup?
The dude for the Soup too. What's his name?
I can't remember the dude's name. Just call him Soup Guy. Everyone remembers Soup.
Call him Soup Guy. I forget his name, unfortunately. But so Ken Jeong and Soup Guy, they walk off because they're more like liberal. Rudy Giuliani's like known as conservative. He was the lawyer for Donald Trump and whatnot. So he like was the singer on The Masked Singer, and they revealed himself that he was Rudy Giuliani, and people were just like, and just walked right off.
He's just been in so many weird things. Like he was like the guy who did the speech at a fucking
it was like a warehouse or something like that.
It was a landscaping like property.
Yeah, because he booked the wrong place. Like he booked like the wrong, like I think it was the name. He booked like a Hilton. Like he thought he was booking the Hilton Hotel, but he booked like Hilton Landscaping by accident. Like so he just like was doing a speech.
It was Four Seasons. You know how there's a Four Seasons hotel?
Yes.
So it was Four Seasons Landscaping.
Yeah.
Because they were year-round landscapers.
Yes.
Hilarious. Terrible. Wow.
And to be quite honest, I would probably make the same exact mistake.
And he had that whole thing in the Borat 2 movie.
Yeah. So anyway, like a lot of people like in that sense like really don't enjoy Rudy Giuliani. But you imagine he just like killed it. Like they were just like, wow, this guy's got
Do they really sing? Like I don't watch it. Like is it really them fucking singing?
So they say it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
And what is he gonna sing? Is he gonna come out there and be like, New York, New or it's Sinatra? What's that Sinatra song about New York? Like, what's he gonna come out to sing?
What if he does like WAP by like like Meg Thee Stallion?
Yeah, what was the song too? That's gotta be the other thing.
And that's exactly why Ken Jeong walked off. Like, no, absolutely. He did
Funky Town or something.
Yeah. He did Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. They all cried, and then they saw it was Rudy Giuliani, and they're like, no, fuck that.
He does like Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, you know? He's like, because the bed that you made on a bro, what a man on a bro. Fuck that.
Yo.
All
right, so I got a question for both of y'all.
I love Rock Our World.
All right, so have y'all ever been driving y'all car and you just notice like, damn, I should not be driving this car right now. Like this shit is fucked up.
Like the car's fucked up?
Yeah, your car is
I mean, I've been like lazy on oil changes where I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit over, but I'm also not going to get the oil change right now. I just don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep this going. But like, Actually, yeah, because like I remember I got into like a little fender bender and like the front part of my bumper was messed up for a little while. I don't know if you guys remembered, but like and it was just like kind of flat for a bit, you know. Like
there were many times delivering pizza where like I'd have things wrong with my car. And I'm like, oh shit! Like I remember I was delivering with one headlight for like a whole night.
Really?
Yeah, I had one headlight, and I got pulled over, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't even notice. And the cop was like, all right. And then I drove by again and got a ticket. He was like, what the hell are you doing? And then I told him, I'm like, hey yo, I bought the light. Like, and I showed him the light. And he's like, oh, okay, you're good. You bought it. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go put it in. He's like, you should have just did that in the parking lot at AutoZone. I'm like, because he knew I was a pizza guy, so like he was like, oh, this motherfucker's.
So like, what's the weird alliance between like delivery guys and like police officers? Because it's like the police officers like somehow know you're a delivery guy, and they're just like, you're good.
No, not really. But like they'll see you a lot. They'll like it's more parking related. Like they'll see you like park like real shit. Like I've seen cops see me like park terrible, and they're like and then they see me like open the trunk and like pulling out some pizzas, and they'll be like and drive by.
Yeah.
But, like if you're flooring it, they're gonna pull you over. One girl I worked with got pulled over, and she's like, "I'm delivering a pizza." And they're still like, what the fuck? We don't care. You were going 50.
Oh, like yeah.
In like a 25.
Yeah, that's like
or no, like Gunning River, what was it, like 30?
Yeah, that's still a little over. That's still a bit.
I speed everywhere where I go, but that's like it's different down here.
Yeah,
it's so spread out.
Well, you're a pedal to the metal type of dude, Jordan.
I remember when I drove off the fucking bridge.
You drove off a bridge?
Well, not like off the bridge, but like off the road on the bridge.
Oh, when you sign?
Yeah, when I slid on ice. Remember that sign was missing for like 5 weeks? Like when you go up West Bay?
Yes.
That was me.
It was like snowing, right? Like,
yeah, I drove Grover home. Back when we lived on like 7th Street.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming up the bridge and I go to stop and it just doesn't stop. I'm going like 40. And I literally like turned my wheel like literally hard as full right. I did full right and then full left. And it was literally like some Jason Bourne shit. I don't know what the hell like came over me to do that. Because I was literally just like, ah! I was just like, and then I just went, you know what, fucking and like I did like some crazy turn. Like the lady I almost ran into the back of literally was like, I've never seen someone like drive like that. Like that was insane. Like I thought you were. She said like, I totally understand your car just skidded out on ice, but like, she was like, that was crazy. It was like some like old lady.
She's just like, my son's Jeff Gordon. Do you want to be in NASCAR? And then you just all of a sudden, Woolie's like a NASCAR driver.
No, I don't know what came over. Like I literally went hard right to like turn, and then I went hard fucking left and literally went like I'm going into a back of a car and I'm just like and like drifted and then like took out a sign. It was all on a bridge, so like I went around and then fucking like I'm at the bottom of the bridge, like holy shit.
Yeah, you're just like holy fuck. Yeah, so you went like around and under the bridge, basically. Like
the cops were like, we understand this was an accident. You weren't going that fast. Your brakes gave out, so then they like didn't make me pay for anything. But I was worried because I was like, that sign's got to be like after it happened, I was like, oh shit, I definitely did some like damage to public property right there.
Yeah, they're just like, we'll figure the sign thing out later.
That's fucking freaky.
Right.
No, like I definitely would have been like in the hospital for like weeks, if not dead, if I like didn't do that like crazy feat of driving.
That's just crazy defensive driving. That's what
Have
they
you ever
want.
done some crazy feats of driving, Jordan? Like when you're like,
Yeah.
if you don't like evade something, you're fucked. But
Bro,
you do it,
yeah.
it's like, wow.
Like a couple weeks ago, like I'd say like 2 weeks into my new job, I was driving on I-4 and I was just going straight, but like you know how I was just ripping the highway, like I was going
Honestly, like, oh my bad, I'm sorry.
No, you good. So like I was just cranking it, and then like it was definitely a Taurus. It was this person in a minivan, like right in front of me. I went to get around them, and fucking they like went and like cut me off, and like I had to go and like look within a split second to see if there was somebody in my left lane or not, and I had to like swerve out, like go like left to right, and like get out of his way.
Isn't it crazy? Like, don't you find yourself like turning the wheel without like really like, you know what I mean? Like even thinking of it, you know?
Yeah,
It's
like,
that weird feel. Like it's weird. Like you're just like, I gotta turn like this and this, and you just kind of do it. It's weird. I feel like it's from me. I think from playing like GTA and shit as a kid.
I feel that shit. Like I played GTA a lot. Like once I started playing,
that game teaches you to drive just crazy, and for whatever reason, I feel like that kind of sense like comes in when you're in like a crazy driving situation, and you're just like, wait, what would I do right now in like GTA?
I'm kind of foreign to the subject because I only played like Simpsons Hit and Run, so like I never really had to like get into these crazy things. Like,
I mean, I guess if you have to like drive a car through a hoop one day,
maybe that.
Imagine you're like,
if I like
some like crazy dude's chasing
Brew,
you, and you gotta like drive through like some hoop.
Oh,
that game was great. That game did have some good driving.
I think it's about that time for some final grabs, boys.
All right.
Yeah. We've been thinking. So we talked about some. What did we talk? Oh yeah, we went on Kevin James run for a little bit. Talked about old Family Guy.
I did want to bring up Shaun White. I'll talk about that next episode, though.
All right, yeah, so definitely talk about that next. Let's see. I introduced you guys to Dick Hollis Cage.
Yeah.
I don't know who Dick Hollis.
Put that in anything. Like any skit we do, it should just like have a cutaway to that guy.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to come out with that.
Oh yeah, it's a big left fielder right there.
I think we should like when we do that one, have you in front of the green screen, change your hair color to brown, like and your beard for that character. That would be a cool way to edit it.
Yeah, and kind of like pull my, because I gotta get that like little like big forehead, you know what I mean, that Nick Cage got. Like I gotta like, kind of pull my hair back a bit, show the head.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll like change the hair color for that character. That'd be good.
Oh yeah.
Let's run these GBs.
Yeah.
Where's my cap?
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Because Gabrielle's sleeping in the next room, so it's gonna be a light playing. You know. Ready, boys?